As we continue, we begin to meet more obstacles. The body feels unsettled. The mind becomes unsettled. In practice, the teaching is clear. When the body is at ease and the mind is at ease, the path grows strong. Some methods, some skills we still have not yet mastered. We need to strengthen them. The 7 kinds of suitability and the 10 skillful means for calming the mind. Clear comprehension has 4 parts. Beneficial knowing, suitable knowing, knowing one's actions and surroundings, and knowing without delusion. The 7 aspects of suitability come from suitable knowing. This suitable knowing must be applied in each moment. Here, we will guide only the 7 kinds of suitability. How to choose appropriately, moment by moment. Why is it that in practice, instead of progressing, we sometimes grow irritated? It means the benefit we receive is very small. It means the strength of suitable knowing is weak. It means we have not yet chosen according to suitability. The 7 kinds of suitable knowing. 1. Suitable place to live and practice. At the beginning of practice, we should stay within the monastic community or within the meditation group. Practicing alone too early often leads to incorrect posture, incorrect sitting, incorrect standing, even incorrect walking meditation. Alone, we easily fall into laziness and carelessness. A supportive place is essential, a retreat environment, or a meditation hall. These allow everyone to support one another. If your posture is poor, you can learn from others. If your posture is upright and steady, others can learn from you. In this way, we progress together. Choosing the right place is very important. Do not meditate in direct sunlight where heat or glare upsets the 4 great elements. Do not meditate in cold wind or dusty wind, which also disturbs the elements and leads to illness. The best place for beginners is indoors a meditation hall, a quiet room. The first step is simply to sit properly. Upright body, upright intention. This is essential. Upright body means correcting the posture. You can use a mirror in your own room. Sit for a while, then look. Is your posture leaning left? Leaning right? Is the head drooping? If the body is not at ease, the mind will not be at ease. Where is the mind? The mind reflects onto the body. Every thought has a physical expression of form. This is why some people can know others' thoughts, because every mental movement has a physical shadow. So do not lean forward. Some people retreat into the mountains, meditating alone, but their posture collapses onto their legs. This harms the body. Better not to meditate at all than to injure yourself through wrong posture. Others lean backwards, supported by a wall or cushion. Their legs may be trained, but the body becomes unhealthy. Do not lean forward or backward. Do not tilt left or right. Do not fidget. Do not scratch. Do not snore. It disturbs others. Upright body. Upright intention. Intention means purpose. The aim of your practice. Why do we meditate? What is the purpose of sitting? We must know clearly. We must sit with the right intention and the right direction. The first suitability is the place -- the suitable environment. Do not choose randomly or according to personal likes and dislikes. Do not avoid the meditation hall because your posture is poor. That is exactly why you should sit in the hall, to let others see, to let others remind you. Many teachers and lay practitioners think their posture is fine, but it is crooked. A good body becomes crooked through incorrect sitting. Then the walking becomes crooked. The posture becomes crooked. Dignity is lost. The body is harmed. This means the method has not been understood. The body is not unimportant. The body is a tool. Speech is also a tool. Used well, they produce merit. Used well, they give rise to wisdom and liberation. So the place, the suitable environment, is the first and most important factor. Choosing the right place means we have already made the correct beginning. This is the first suitability. 2. The environment of walking practice. Walking means the places we go. It means the path we choose for walking meditation, the spaces we move through. The environment is where we adjust the body. Some places are not suitable. Crowded, noisy places that stir up the 5 sensual desires and awaken agitation. If the road is uneven, it may be best to avoid it. We should choose paths with little disturbance, paths that help the mind become quiet, gathered, and collected. Walking environments fall into 2 categories, chosen according to what we need to counteract. For those with strong craving, choose a road that is rugged, uneven, winding. This reduces the tendency toward desire. For those with strong anger, choose a smooth, level path. If they meet obstacles, bumps, ditches, or danger, anger rises easily. So they need a calm, steady road. Choosing the proper walking environment is the second suitability. Third conversation. We must guard our speech carefully. Too much scattered worldly talk breaks the stillness of sitting. As soon as we sit, the mind rewinds the conversation. What did we talk about just now? This becomes a disturbance. But if we talk about the Dhamma, if the conversation is about liberation, about what supports the path, then the sitting is supported. It becomes easier. Sometimes we talk out of habit. Voices get louder, irritation appears, anger arises, and then that day's meditation becomes difficult and painful. So conversation is extremely important. And the Buddha set very clear guidelines. A practitioner should not discuss astrology, geography, worldly affairs, national politics, food, entertainment, men and women, or any topics that stir up greed, aversion, or delusion. We should speak only of the 10 Dhammas. 1. Food. 2. Name and form. 3. Feeling. 4. The 4 Noble Truths. 5. The 5 Faculties. 6. The 6 elements of harmony. 7. The 7 stations of consciousness. 8. The 8 worldly winds. 9. The habitats of beings. 10. The 10 recollections. These topics support the path. They strengthen mindfulness. They keep the heart aligned with the Dhamma. This is the 3rd suitability. 4. People. We must choose the people we associate with. If someone is upright and honest, sincere, we may associate, we may continue the friendship. If someone is dominated by greed, likes gossip, speaks untruthfully, engages in divisive speech, or uses frivolous, harmful speech, we should keep distance. Choosing people, choosing our companions, is essential on the path. It shapes our practice. This is the 4th suitability. 5. Food. Food includes what we eat and what we drink. For one who meditates, food should not be too cold, too hot, too sour, too spicy, or too hard. We should eat what is easy to digest, light and gentle for the stomach. Then the body becomes calm, and the mind becomes peaceful. If we eat too little, the body weakens, and sitting becomes difficult. If we eat too much, sleepiness comes. Choosing food wisely is the 5th suitability. 6. Time and season. Time means knowing the proper time and avoiding the improper time. Which time is best for standing meditation? Which time for sitting? Which time for walking? At midnight, we choose lying meditation. This is wise timing. We must also choose the climate. If the place is too cold or too hot, it is not suitable for cultivating concentration. If one keeps changing locations, wandering from place to place, constantly moving, this is harmful to practice. We must stay long enough in one place to deepen meditation. The seat we use for meditation should not be changed constantly. Even the posture should not be changed too often. Only then does the mind become steady. To choose the right time means managing the whole day, when to sit, when to walk, when to rest, keeping energy balanced, eating at the right time, resting at the right time, balancing work and ease. This is the 6th suitability. 7. The 4 postures. The 4 postures are walking, standing, sitting, and lying down. Walking meditation. Walking means walking meditation. Walking meditation must be learned correctly. It must come through a lineage. When the Buddha awakened under the Bodhi tree, he spent the first week sitting, the second week standing, and the third week walking meditation. Near the Bodhi tree, it is said that wherever he stepped, a lotus appeared. Within a small area, he walked for 7 days. That was walking meditation. Walking meditation is not the same as casual walking. Walking for digestion is slow, ordinary pacing. Sometimes for adjusting the body, sometimes for aiding digestion, sometimes for reflecting on the Dhamma. This is ordinary walking. But walking meditation is different. It is lifting the foot, moving the foot, placing the foot, with full awareness of intention. Before the movement begins, mindfulness must already be present. Awareness must be ahead of the action. Knowing first, awakening first, then moving. That is walking meditation, standing meditation. For standing meditation, place the feet parallel, about 1 fist width apart. Keep the body relaxed. Allow the feet to bear weight evenly. Check again and again that the body remains soft and released, with the stance balanced, and the feet firmly grounded. There will be no sleepiness, no falling. Many practitioners enter deep concentration through standing meditation. Among the 4 postures, we often choose standing meditation, sitting meditation, and a small amount of walking meditation. Sitting meditation. Again, relax the body. In sitting, when pain appears, pain in the legs, pain in the knees, pain in the back, pain in the shoulders, what should we do? Do not reject it. Do not resist it. Do not try to find comfort. Instead, turn inward. Observe the suffering. Where the pain appears, simply observe. Use balanced, steady attention. Just look. Simply look. Like watching water. It is like sitting by a riverbank, looking at the river, as it naturally flows exactly as it is. Water flows naturally, simply flowing in its own way. When it flows quickly, we know it is fast. When it slows, we know it is slow. If the water is clear, we know it is clear. If it is muddy, we know it is muddy. If there are waves, we know there are waves. If it is still, we know it is still. Just knowing is enough. But habit always interferes. When the water is muddy, we grow irritated. It should be clear. When it flows slowly, we grow restless. It should be like a waterfall. Everything we see carries our old reactions, our ingrained tendencies. To want things to be different, to want them to match what we imagine. And when we do that, we lose insight. We lose the very root of meditation. So when the legs hurt, when we sit and pain appears anywhere in the body, this is the moment for inner seeing. This is where wisdom can arise. Instead of resisting, instead of searching for comfort, we simply look at the feeling. We place balanced, steady attention right at the painful spot. Just attention. Simple, direct attention. When we attend in this way, we begin to see clearly. Every feeling changes. Not one stays still. It is like raindrops falling on water. A bubble appears on the surface, and in a moment it vanishes. Where does it go? It disappears without a trace. It never returns. Why? Because it is not real in the way we imagine. It arises from conditions, and it fades when conditions disperse. This is the insight of arising, and ceasing. Right in the very place that was painful, where we once felt overwhelmed. Understanding appears, wisdom appears. This is how practice is done, right here, right now. practice is not somewhere else. It is always in the present moment. Do not ride the horse looking for the horse. Do not place a head upon a head. Insight is the direct path to freedom. No need to wait. Not when my legs are stronger, then I'll practice. Not when my body feels better, then I'll begin. Not when I finish my business, I'll return to meditation. Because if we think this way now, we will think the same way tomorrow. We thought this way last year, and we think this way today. So in this moment, do not trust the mind's excuses. Trust mindfulness. Trust the Dhamma. Just observe the body, the physical reality, as it truly appears. The body produces countless sensations. How many? Too many to name. Only a very small number can even be described with words. Most sensations cannot be labeled. We only know them as vibration, movement, pressure, heat, tingling, always shifting. From light to strong, from strong back to light. Sensation arises again and again. Where do these sensations come from? When the balanced mind looks, when it experiences directly, it discovers something. Feelings arise without a fixed source and disappear without a fixed destination. They appear from nowhere. They vanish into nowhere with no place to come from, no place to go. Because they have no true substance. Because they arise from conditions and vanish when conditions end. Conditioned things are assembled, and conditioned things fall apart. They are unreliable. They are not self. This is how, at the root, we understand arising, ceasing, and arising and ceasing. We do not need to search elsewhere. The pain in the legs, the pain in the back, all the discomforts. These become supports for the path, conditions that strengthen practice and powerful causes for insight. Lying meditation. In this posture, even sleep must be practiced with care. We should not sleep on our backs. Sleep also has its dignity. The lion's posture. In the Ananda Sutta, the Buddha said, Ananda, when a lion awakens, in the very first moment of opening its eyes, it checks its sleeping posture. If it is correct, upright, dignified, the lion rejoices. It roars a great roar of delight. This is the lion's roar. But if a lion wakes and finds its posture messy or careless, it becomes unhappy, restless for the day. So the Blessed One taught the lion's posture to the disciples. The lion sleeps with dignity. From that day onward, Ananda always slept in the lion's posture. He never once departed from it. Thus, among the unprecedented qualities of Ananda, one is that his lying posture was always dignified. Sometimes the Buddha himself demonstrated lying meditation before newly ordained monks. Lying meditation is a proper posture, one of the 3,000 trainings and the 80,000 fine practices. Walking, standing, sitting, and lying. The method is the same. The mind is used skillfully to subdue itself, to cultivate tranquility and insight. All four postures can be used to practice the four foundations of mindfulness. Walking meditation. During walking meditation, you cannot watch the breath. And during daily activities, washing dishes, sweeping the floor, washing clothes, working or driving, you also cannot watch the breath. Why? Because walking meditation is meditation in movement. Daily activities are also meditation in life. Walking meditation is a dedicated practice. Daily life meditation is for everything we do. Meditation in motion. Even in sitting meditation, we can practice meditation in motion. We can lift the hands, place them down, or move the 10 fingers gently. Training awareness in small movements. Meditation in motion is using the mind skillfully within stillness. It tames the mind and cultivates tranquility and insight. This is meditation in motion. Meditation in daily life. Daily life meditation must be natural. When walking, simply walk. But when going to work, you cannot walk too slowly. You will be late. When driving on the highway, you cannot drive slowly. It is dangerous. When sweeping at home, you cannot sweep too slowly. Your family will complain. Whatever you do, let the movements be as they normally are, not too slow, not too fast, but filled with knowing. Because earlier you trained meditation in motion, now you can apply it in daily life. Before, sweeping happened like this. Sweep the floor first, then I will practice. But as you sweep, you think of the next task and the next one, and soon you leave the broom. Before finishing. Now, sweeping becomes practice. As you sweep, you use method. You maintain clear comprehension. You apply beneficial knowing. You remain awake before each movement. Before the body moves. Remember, the body is only a tool. The eyes see first. Seeing brings an image to the mind. The mind evaluates, how shall I clean this floor? There is intention before any action. After deciding, memory awakens. You recall where the broom is stored. The hand reaches for it. Before the movement begins, mindfulness is already present. Once the broom is in hand, before each movement of sweeping, awareness knows clearly. Mindfulness directs the action. Thus there are 3 stages of knowing. Knowing the intention, knowing the movement, and knowing as the movement continues. Awareness knows the power of intention. Intention directs action. During sweeping not too fast, not too slow, without restlessness, without dullness. You are practicing. Practice is not elsewhere. Practice is in daily life. When sweeping, use beneficial knowing. Move appropriately. Sweep with the wind, gathering dust into one place. Finish the task, place the trash where it belongs. Return the broom to its place. From the moment before, sweeping through the sweeping itself to the completion of the task. This is parami, the perfection of action. And through it all, no agitation arises, no thought arises. It is all meditation. It is calm abiding. It is the application of samadhi. This is true daily life meditation. This is true practice, woven into life itself, just like drinking water. Even drinking water, we understand so little about it. Our minds are too dull, too habitual, too automatic. We rarely see clearly the entire process of drinking water. Very little is truly known. How much do we really understand about the simple act of drinking? Can we apply meditation to that moment? But instead, we habitually fall into rejection and craving, always pulled toward extremes. We live at the two ends, either pushing away or grasping tightly. We are emotional, self-centered, reactive. We do not know how to apply meditation in daily life. Take drinking water as an example. What causes the urge to drink? At first, it begins in the body. A physical sensation appears. Where does it appear? In the region of the heart. A subtle vibration, a shift in rhythm, a warmth, a sense of heat rising. This means the body lacks water. The heat expands, spreading upward toward the throat and then throughout many areas of the body. This discomfort, a painful feeling, enters the stream of consciousness. It touches the underlying mental flow, the life continuum, the background awareness. From past memory, a concept appears. This is thirst. We say thirst, but in truth, we think of the mouth because we drink through the mouth. The fire element rises, so water is needed. To cool, to extinguish, to counterbalance, ... That is the meaning of opposing elements. Then the life continuum stirs. There is underlying awareness. There is mental flow, the stream of consciousness. From this flow comes inference, the mind asking, what should I do? How can I make the body comfortable? How can I cool this fire? How can I find relief? All of this is happening moment by moment. But before now, we never saw these processes. We simply said, I'm thirsty. I'll drink water. Yet beneath that, the stream of consciousness, the thinking mind, the inferential mind. All are arising and passing in countless moments without our knowing at all. Once we begin practicing, we slowly understand something very clear. The activity of the mind and the activity of the body have never been separate. They are not one, not two, ... Not identical, not different. The body influences the mind, and the mind influences the body. When planning, we know planning. When the hand reaches out, we know the reaching. When the cup is lifted, we know the lifting. When the water touches the lips, we know the drinking. When the cup returns to its place, we know the placing. Slowly, gently, we drink. All the thoughts connected with drinking, the movements of perception, the shifts of intention, the changing flow of the mind, become clear. The inferential mind, the mind that guides the body and directs every action, all of it becomes known. This is daily life meditation. When practice is truly applied, does one still need to search elsewhere? Before, we lived in confusion, relying completely on habit, trusting the old patterns, believing in the self, not knowing what we were doing. Many people say, I really want to practice. I want to come to a retreat, but the conditions aren't ready. Then they blame unripe conditions. So we ask gently, what conditions are not ready? Oh, I still have elderly parents. Filial responsibility, respecting, caring, supporting them. I haven't completed that duty. Our meditation shows us clearly. Your parents do not obstruct you. They never obstruct you. What truly obstructs us are the heavy obstacles of past karma and the hindrances of the mind, not knowing, not understanding, not knowing how to practice, insight in daily life, or meditation in movement. This is what creates suffering. Practice can be done at any time. Once the method is understood, excuses begin to fall away. Before, someone said, I must care for my parents first. Later, the parents pass away. So we ask again, now you can practice, right? Oh, but my child is still small. When the child grows up and works, we ask again, now you are free, right? Oh, but now I have a grandchild. I must take care of the grandchild. I still cannot leave. This is what we call busy-mindedness. Always finding something else, always creating obstacles. In the end, it is because we do not understand the method of liberation that we trust ourselves too much. This is why the Buddha said, do not trust your own mind. Your mind is not trustworthy. So what is trustworthy? What should we rely on? We rely on the Buddha. We rely on the Dhamma. We rely on the Sangha. We rely on virtue. We rely on the teachings, on the true noble discipline. This is what we place our trust in. So in practice, there are 7 conditions to examine. What is suitable and what is not suitable? The first is dwelling place. The second is walking environment. The third is speech. The fourth is companionship. The fifth is food. The sixth is seasons and timing. The seventh is the 4 postures. The 4 postures are extremely important. Standing has its own posture. Standing meditation has its own dignity. Once, during a retreat, a lay practitioner was standing in meditation. He swayed left and right, back and forth. He said he did not realize it, but all of us were worried that he might fall. In truth, he did know ... He was simply indulging himself. It felt comfortable to sway, so he let the body drift with pleasant feeling. This is negligence. Later, when spoken to, he was instructed clearly, you must restrain it. Give the mind a command, do not move, do not sway. Is it possible? Yes, completely possible. After giving himself that command, he stood firmly, quietly, without moving. From that day on, his standing posture became steady. When we sit long and still, meditation deepens. When we sit in meditation, we often keep moving, shifting here, shifting there, always looking for comfort. But the Buddha spoke very clearly in the Agamas. What is comfort? Where can comfort be found? In this world, there is no true comfort, no lasting happiness, no real safety or stability. Since the world is unstable and cannot offer peace or true joy. What then are we seeking? There is a place to find peace, but not in the world. It is found in what is beyond the world. And beyond the world simply means not being deluded. What is the worldly state? Delusion. What is the unworldly state? Awakening, not being confused. And what is delusion? The sense of I. When there is self, there is worldliness. When delusion falls away, when the mind awakens, when I is seen as empty, that is the unworldly. Now the distinction becomes clear, worldly and unworldly. When sitting, if the mind becomes restless, this agitation immediately appears. Years ago, when I served as the meditation leader in the hall, guiding hundreds of practitioners, people would say, "How do you all sit like that? You look like statues, still and peaceful. But when I sit, I feel so much pain. I keep checking the time. Why are 5 minutes so long? Why does it feel like years? Please ring the bell and release us. Sitting feels more painful than hell." These thoughts arise because they are waiting for comfort, waiting for relief. But in the Agamas, the Buddha explained clearly, comfort cannot be found in the world. How did the Buddha illustrate this? In the middle Agama, the Buddha said, a man runs. He becomes exhausted. He thinks, if I run more slowly, I'll feel comfortable. So he slows his pace, runs slowly longer and longer. But still it becomes painful. Then he thinks, walking slowly must be comfortable. So he walks slowly longer and longer. But that too becomes painful. Then he thinks, standing must be comfortable. So he stands. But standing long becomes painful. Then he thinks, sitting must be comfortable. He sits, but sitting long also becomes uncomfortable. Then he thinks, lying down must be comfortable. But lying long hurts his back, hurts his legs, and becomes more painful than before. We are like a mirror. A mirror simply reflects. Whatever appears, it shows. Our awareness is like that. Once awakened, it reflects everything precisely. We look back on one day when we first woke up. The mind was lost in thoughts, planning the future, remembering the past, falling into anger, falling into desire, falling into dullness. Then, breakfast, sweeping, washing, work, talking, more activity. In one day, the camera of our awareness records clearly. When we replay it, we see the entire day. Morning, noon, afternoon, evening, night, everything can be recalled. And then we realize, today looks exactly like yesterday. Tomorrow will repeat today. Today repeated yesterday. We awaken to a truth life repeats. This repetition, this cycle, is the nature of samsara. Seeing one whole day clearly is seeing 1 month. Seeing 1 month is seeing 1 year. Seeing 1 year is understanding an entire life, and understanding this life is understanding past lives and future lives, all repeating the same patterns: standing, walking, sitting, lying, desire, anger, delusion, like and dislike, stained mental states, and unwholesome thoughts. A meditator who sees clearly awakens to this truth. So when we sit, we must establish mindfulness. Do not move. Is it possible not to move? Yes, completely possible. Just like standing meditation. In our place, this teaching is rare. Few have received the proper transmission of standing meditation. In the beginning, when we practice standing meditation, we say we can stand for 10 hours or even 20 hours. Many people respond, "How is that possible? I don't believe it." They say this because they have never seen it, never heard of it, never encountered the transmission. This was a practice taught by the Buddha himself, but with so much time passing, the transmission was lost. Both standing meditation and sitting meditation require a true transmission. Standing meditation especially. When standing becomes difficult, when the body wants to collapse, the mind will say, "I don't want to stand anymore." This is the habitual mind, the conditioned reaction. But awareness knows. Awareness sees clearly that this thought is habitual, a reaction of craving for comfort, a reaction of resistance, a restless, rejecting mind. Awareness recognizes it as arising, passing, arising, and passing. Then we adjust the attitude gently. Can I still stand? Yes, I can stand. If I can stand, why not continue standing? Even when strongly wanting to stop, even when wanting to shift posture, we ask again, can I still stand? And we discover, yes, we can. So we continue. Moment after moment, we instruct the mind, we give the order to continue standing while relaxing the body and simply standing on. In this way, each moment is mindfulness. Mindfulness of the present moment. Mindfulness becoming dense, continuous, unbroken. Mindfulness has two strengths. It steadies the mind. In the present moment, it guides the mind in the right direction. These two strengths of mindfulness become powerful when we continue standing 10 hours, 20 hours. Once you have done it once, twice, you go beyond your limits. You completely overcome it. You conquer the body and mind. When the body and mind are conquered, what kind of person do you become? A person of great strength, a powerful practitioner, a true ascetic. Forbearance is the essence of ascetic practice. Patience and endurance are the highest form of discipline. Even in sitting meditation, many people sit shaking and swaying, constantly switching legs countless times within a few hours. Their patience is very weak. Their endurance is very thin. Their strength is soft. Their mental power very fragile. Both sitting meditation and standing meditation must be persisted in. The more we move, the more we want to move. The more we move, the more restless we become. So we must apply the Dhamma and simply watch. How does a thought arise? Where does restlessness arise from? Where do these scattered, wandering, imagined thoughts come from? The mind is like a magician. Let us use a simple image. The mind is like a magician. This mind performs. It is constantly putting on a show. Skilled, deceptive, clever. It creates appearances, shifts, shapes, changes scenes. It is a magician's performance. 1. The first type of person, completely deluded and confused. When the magician performs on stage, whatever appearance arises, whatever scene appears, the person becomes confused. He sees, hears, feels, and immediately gets lost. He laughs, he cries, he gets angry, all because the magician performs something. This is our mind. Whatever thoughts arise, whatever emotions appear, we follow them blindly. When memory appears, if it is something we like, we cling to it again. If it is something we dislike, we create a plan for the future, even planning to harm others. Why? Because we believe in the self too deeply. We believe in the magician. We are deceived by the magician. So the mind as magician is a warning. A mind without right view, without wisdom, is full of distorted seeing. Its thoughts jump like a monkey, run like a wild horse, changing rapidly, never resting, just like a magician. Do not believe the magician. The meditator is the second type of person. When we are practicing in the very process of meditation, when mindfulness is present, when the mind is steady, when clear comprehension is alive, we do not believe the magician. A thought arises. We see impermanence. A memory comes, impermanent. A plan for the future appears, impermanent. When desire arises, when the 5 hindrances arise, impermanent, impermanent, impermanent. We are directly experiencing arising and passing away. We apply the Dhamma of arising and ceasing, right here in the present moment. This is how we stop believing the magician. But this person's concentration is still weak. Samadhi is not yet continuous, not yet strong, so it fades again. This is the second type of person, not final, not complete. Even if he attains deep concentration, because the belief in I, the grasping itself, has not been fully uprooted, he still falls back. Only the one who realizes not self is the third type of person. This third type of person no longer believes any thought that arises. He no longer believes any appearance of body or mind. He no longer believes sensations, nor the reactions to sensations. Completely without remainder, he does not believe the magician. Why? Because he has truly awakened to impermanence, to unsatisfactoriness, and to not self. As a beginner, he saw it clearly. During practice, he saw it more clearly. At the moment of non-doing, non-attainment. At the realization of not self, he saw it perfectly. This is the magician. And these three foundations of practice are the three kinds of people in relation to the mind as magician. The mind is like a master painter, capable of painting countless images. This is the nature of practice. We must establish mindfulness. How do we cultivate mindfulness? How do we develop steadiness and clear comprehension? We must cultivate them right here, in the present moment. We must fully learn, to observe the arising and passing away of phenomena. When the body moves, observe arising and passing. When the body becomes still, observe arising and passing. When a thought appears, observe arising and passing. When watching the breath, observe arising and passing. At every moment, let the insight of vipassana, the seeing of impermanence, the seeing of arising and ceasing, be put into practice. This is the true root of meditation. From that point on, we are no longer confused, no longer upside down. Every moment becomes a moment of freedom. Every place becomes a place of practice. This is why the 7 suitable and unsuitable conditions are so important. Next, there are the 10 skillful ways of calming and settling the mind. We will speak about those tomorrow night. Tonight, we have spoken only about the 7 suitable and unsuitable factors. Practice has a method. Methods come from transmission. Transmission comes from practitioners, teaching and passing the Dhamma on. This is why listening is important, reflection is important, recollection is important, and the settled mind is important. So, choose one posture and stay with it. Do not keep changing back and forth. Place your attention on the breath. Do not jump between methods. A little of this, a little of that. Whether sitting or standing, do not change the posture lightly. Only then can the mind settle more easily and samadhi arise.